Give it a second. Give it a second.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Perfect. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Cynaia Thompson, and I am a senior, technically, here at UCF, majoring in media production and management, sports track. So to start off, a little bit about me. So I moved to Orlando in about 2023, but fun fact, I was actually born in Orlando, and then I moved out when I was about 1 year old. And this picture right here, my lovely baby picture, that is me around that age. Also, fun fact, I am one of 5 siblings, so shout out to my older siblings out there. A little bit about me. So I am a former athlete, and yes, I am counting cheerleading and dancing as a sport. We can argue about it later. And so this picture here is going to be me and my little sister. I did recruit her to become a cheerleader when she saw my cheerleading success, so I will take credit for her being a cheerleader. This picture here on the side was the first award we ever won. So cheerleading was like my first ever baby, my heart, my soul. Love it. Would I go back? Probably not, because that's a lot, but I do love it down really bad. Going into my high school career, I thought it would be a great idea to be a cheerleader and a majorette at the same time. But backtrack a little bit, I was a recreational cheerleader and an all-star cheerleader. If you don't know the difference, recreation cheerleading is you're really just supporting the team from the sidelines. All-star cheerleading, we competed in competitions about every week. So now fast forward, I thought it was a good idea to be a cheerleader for those kind of 2 sports and a majorette at the same time. But, this side, enough to be said about that. Majorette was definitely something I grew to love. I was more specifically the baton twirler, and this is the lovely ladies that was on my team. I love them as much too. Now fast forward to my college career. Coming into college, I originally wanted to be an athletic trainer. As we can see, that didn't happen, but because I was so passionate about it, I started interning with our football team here at UCF. And all of these pictures, this one I think was my very first game I ever worked as a trainer. These up here, the very top one was my first away game I ever worked at the school let me travel to, and the bottom was my last home game I worked. This is about the same athletic crew I've had the entire time, and they made me grow to love the environment, but also, some things unfold the way they unfold, and I found a new passion, and that's okay. But athletic training definitely had my heart for about 2 years when I got here. On to what my career goals are. Actually has nothing to do with sports whatsoever. I love sports, but as far as my career, I want to do something in film and film production. This lovely picture up here was not one of my first scripts, but it is the script that I finally get to turn into my dream project. And film has been something for me that it's always been an escape. And so now that I finally get the chance to share it with the world, I hold it near and dear. As far as what part of the industry I want to work in, I love every part of it. So I love script writing. Script writing is where I originally started out. And then I grew to love directing. And then I grew to love being behind the camera. I may not be the best at being behind the camera, but I do love it and it's fun. So I feel like if you're going to chase after a dream, chase after a goal, you have to love what you do in order to succeed at it. And that is what this is. So hopefully, fingers crossed, well, no, it will happen. You have to speak it into existence. That this will be my first ever film that gets to touch a TV screen. And I am super excited for the world to see it. Hopefully, it'll be done before the end of the year. But yes, as far as that is definitely one career goal. But if the film industry doesn't obviously go my way, then my next top goal is to definitely be an NFL or NBA agent, which ties back to my sports roots. So either one, perfectly fine with, but those are definitely my 2 biggest aspirations. And I think that's about it. I have have about a year and a half left at UCF, so I can't wait to see what the future holds. And thank you everyone for listening. I hope everyone has a blessed day.